Hey y'all, it's bath time. So, how's everyone doing? Tika said probably better than me. She's not a big fan, but she does pretty good. Anyway, welcome. I just thought I'd let you guys hang out with me today if you wanted to. The girls need a bath. I got the yard done. And it was funny because it's not supposed to rain today at all. I get the yard done. I come into the house and I'm thinking, man, it's awful cloudy. And then it says thunderstorms are supposed to start in 15 minutes. So far, nothing, but look how pitiful her looks. But then we get into the good stuff. Huh. It's all right. Her white will be so pretty after a bath. I've waited too long to do it. See, I could have used one 2 weeks ago, huh, Mama? Oh, but this part is nice. This is one of those little scrubby things that you're supposed to put the soap in and then bathe them. But I think it wastes the shampoo. Is that good stuff? See, kinda, but I don't really like it, huh? See, it's kind of okay, Mom. They're all pretty. They're all pretties. So, I think what we're going to do today is I'm going to get the girls bathed, ruin their day, and then I am going to hop into the shower, get myself cleaned up because I'm all yucky from the yard work. I just figured it was probably good to go ahead and bathe them before I got myself clean. And then we are going to make the Mexican cornbread. I haven't made it in, oh my gosh, y'all, probably 15 years. So I'm going to try to do it on a one person because normally the recipe makes a really big pan. And I just don't need to do that. It would go to waste. Oh, this is when I love Mama's fingernails, huh? This is good stuff. Oh, this is the good stuff, huh, Chico, baby? She's good until it's time to get out. She lets me wash her face, and but then when it's time to get out, I start rinsing. She's done. She's hopping over here to the side on the towel. So get her rinsed off, and then I'll get her dried off, and we will bring Cotton in. And I'll give you guys a few seconds of Cotton. So hold on. I'm shaking. I'm so scared. I'm so scared and abused. Yeah. She's shaking like a leaf, y'all. All right. You're all done. You're all done. We always get a treat after bath time, huh? We always get a treat after bath time. Say bye, guys. It's Cotton's turn. Well, if Mom can push the buttons right. So with Cotton, she does pretty good. And I mean, Chica does good too. But my thing, when I first got Cotton, because she's only been with us for a year in March. March was a year. And when we first brought her home, well, even before then, she was pitiful, y'all. I mean, it was bad. She shook and she hid. I literally had to keep her bed behind a little table. She's so pretty. Such a pretty white. But I had to keep her bed behind a little table in the corner because she was scared of everything. I mean, everything. Her feet can make a certain noise on the floor, and she'd just try so hard to get away from herself. It was sad. But I've told you guys before, came from a breeder, just a puppy mill. She was good for nothing but making puppies. Her little boobs were so saggy. I actually contemplated, once I got some weight on her, if they hadn't shrunk up a little bit, because it was bad, that I was going to take her and have it fixed. But you could see every one of her little vertebrae in her spine, and so it's been a long road, but she's doing really, really good. But the point to that story is when it was time to give her a bath, because I didn't do it right away. I just took my time with her and let her get comfortable a little bit. And so when it came time for her to get a bath, I was really worried because I thought, oh, she's going to freak out. Well, when I got her sat down in the sink and started running the water over, it was the first time I had actually seen her calm. And then that kind of made me upset because I felt like the only time this baby had ever seen any kind of good attention, or maybe she got in trouble, I don't know, but was during her bath time because she was so used to it. And then the more I thought about it, I thought, well, when you're paying so much money for a puppy, you normally want to see the parents. So she was probably bathed and made to look real pretty because from what I've gathered, no, not yet, baby, not yet. These little white chihuahuas go for quite a bit of money. So she was definitely a money maker. She was so sad. I'm so glad I found her. It was just one of those situations where, and I've said this 100 times too, if certain people would have gotten her and they've been like, well, I don't want this dog. She's scared of everything. I still call her to me, and she has one spot in the hall that she goes to for me to pick her up. She still won't just come to me. But I got a lot of weight on her. And you can't see her little spine anymore. Huh. Can't see my spine anymore. Mama made me fat. And her little boobies went back up the way they were supposed to be. Oh, that's good stuff, huh? That's good stuff. Get the other one. But she has always, from day one, done really good with her baths. Oh, I'm freezing now, huh, Mama? It's not freezing now. Look at her face. Yeah. Her hair's a lot longer than Chica's, so I had to make sure I get the soap out of her really well. Oh my goodness. That's craziness. Are you okay? Here's a shiver. Here's a wet rat. Alright guys, I'll be back. Okay, I've got the girls cleaned up, and now it's time for Mom to get in the shower. I am still, that light is so bright in some spots. But I am finished with the yard, and I'm in the house for the rest of the day. And the next phase, look at that. Oh, that's so sexy. The next phase is to, got a little better. Look at that hair, y'all. They're outside working, bathing dogs. Anyway, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to take a shower. And when I come back, we will start the process to making the cornbread. I just thought I'd jump on and say hey and let you see the girls get their little bath. And yeah, I'll be back in just a little bit. It'll be real quick for you guys, but we got to do something. Okay, guys, I've had my shower. I did not wash my hair because I am going to be dyeing it at some point this weekend. So, yes, it's Saturday. If you're new here, I always try to get my videos recorded on Saturday, and I don't edit. So what you see is what you get. And if there's a blooper, it just kind of stays in there. So, and there could be some of those because you know how it goes. Or you don't. I don't know. Anyway, officially welcome. Thank you for joining me. We're going to be making some Mexican cornbread. I don't really know why it's called that. It could be like a cornbread casserole, actually. But we're going to get that done. I've still got so much to do. I've got to do my nails. I want to do my hair and give myself a facial. I did draw on some eyebrows. And I know I've got the little bitty thin eyebrows, but everybody's jumping on board for the really big baboom. I still like my little skinny ones. It's the only thing on my body that's skinny. I'm going to hold on to it. Anyway, I guess we'll start. I don't do cooking videos. Can I cook? Yep, I'm a pretty good cook, actually. But being one person, as you know, is so difficult to cook for one person. And I tend to get stuck in that rut of just doing the same thing week after week after week. I literally can go into my Walmart cart and just put things you normally order, and I'll just hit, and it gets old. So I love this recipe. Like I've said before, it's been many, many years since I've done it. So I've been wanting to do it for a while. So I think that's what we're going to do today. Is this a professional video? Absolutely not. It's just me, MJ, in my little kitchen here saying, let's make cornbread. So, I don't know. Well, let's see. All right, let's start with the ingredients. That would be appropriate, right? Okay, this is just the cornbread mix that I use. Maybe this is why we call it Mexican cornbread. I don't know. So, I always get the Mexican style cornbread, 1 pack of that. Normally, I use 2. So, I'm trying to cut this in half. Because you know the big, what is it, 9 by whatever size pan is it, 9 by 18 or whatever? I'm going to try to do it in this one. Because that would just go to waste if I made a big one. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, for my cornbread mix, you need a can of cream corn for the big one. So I'm going to use half a can of cream corn. One package of the cornbread mix, half a can of cream corn. You're going to need, I just used the nacho slices for the jalapeños. And I'm sure there's probably a million different varieties of this, to each their own, however they like to eat it. Some people don't like certain things. Other people might like extra things. I also have a can of sliced black olives. 1 red onion. I won't use the whole onion, but I'll go ahead and chop the whole thing up because I can eat onion on everything. Some shredded cheese. And some Jimmy Dean hot sausage. A lot of people probably use hamburger meat. I like the spicy sausage. I think it gives it an extra kick of flavor. So I might be up all night with heartburn tonight. It's okay, the Rollade's beside the bed. So I've got my eggs and I've got my milk for my cornbread. I've got the pan for my sausage. So I guess I'll lower you guys down and get started. Come make some cornbread with me. Okay, can we see everything kinda? I need to get my cutting board out. Ugh. I love this little cutting board, y'all. I originally used it as a, the first time I used it as a tray for a wedding cake. All right, so just going to use half of this. Get that started. That way I can get it cooked up. And I'm hoping that if I use my, by using my mic, it won't be so loud. Because I know the last time I tried to, I am in my comfy clothes, y'all. I know the last time I tried to cook something in the kitchen that, I don't remember what it was. I know there was green beans involved. But as I was frying stuff on the, oh yeah, it was that chicken. That spinach and pasta, spinach and chicken pasta. Really, really good. So, but it was really loud. The frying was like overwhelming. So I'm hoping that by using the microphone, it won't be so loud. So I'm going to get a plate out because I'm going to want to drain my sausage once I get it all made. This is such a necessity, y'all. Who goes through paper towels like they're endless? Like you have an endless supply. All right, so we'll do that for to drain the sausage. Get a bowl out to mix my cornbread. I also want to go ahead and drain some of my peppers. I hate losing all my strength in my hands. So, who do I get that on? All right, just a little bit lower. So let me get some of my peppers draining. Whoop. Just pour stuff everywhere. I already need to get a couple paper towel out for the mess. I don't know how many I'm going to use yet. Whatever I don't use, I can put back in the little jar here. So, get them all up in here. Dang it. I told y'all before when I was like, maybe we'll mess around in the kitchen. There's no telling what it's going to look like. Dadgummit. Okay. No big deal. Just pick it back up, right? Okay. So we've got those draining. They smell good. Maybe after I do a few videos in the kitchen, I'll get a little better at. I think I'm kind of organized. It's just me fumbling around in the kitchen that's the issue. But I'm not a professional chef, so how many of y'all do this in the kitchen too? You're all over the place. All right, let me get an extra. Oh, there's a pepper. Don't scratch your eyes. All right. While we're doing that, I think that's still a little too high. I'm going to go ahead and crack these open so I can let them drain too. I just crack everything a little bit and then set it in my sink. All right, I want to do the cornbread last, so I guess now we will chop an onion. I love red onion. I eat them on sandwiches and in everything. And I don't care if I'm having a soup or a sandwich. I pretty much eat onion almost, not quite, but with almost every meal or on everything. That and garlic. I could eat garlic and everything too. All right, go those away. How's everyone's week starting out? I don't even know if you can hear me when I get this far away. Were you able to hear me when I walked across the kitchen? Or did I get too far? I was still talking, so I hope you did. It's funny because I ask, how's everybody's week going? When I know dadgum good and well, it's Saturday for me, so I can't tell you how mine's going. My weekend's going good. I was so glad to get outside and get my yard cleaned up. Let's see. It didn't take long. The neighbor that I was talking about, the leaves and stuff, she pulled up while I was working in my front yard. And she asked me, who do you get to do your grass? I'm like, honey, there ain't no grass over here. She goes, well, yeah, that's true. Well, who does it? And I said, it's just me. She goes, I can't. I'm scared of everything. I am so scared of bugs and worms and just everything. And I said, well, yeah, that makes it difficult. And she said, your yard looks so pretty. You probably look over here and think. I thought to myself, no, I don't think nothing except break your daggum leaves so they don't blow in my yard. But I'm not judging you on how you want to keep your yard. She said, I'm allergic to everything and I'm scared of bugs. I said, girl, you need to get you an antihistamine and some gloves. You'll be fine. She said, well, maybe I'll go get a rake and piddle around, see if I can't get some of this picked up. I don't even know their names, y'all. I know the ones on the side that I'm attached to. Oh, see, here we go. Don't forget, you're doing two things at once, MJ. Is that too loud, y'all? If this is your first time clicking on one of my videos, I appreciate it. I was doing quite a bit of Temu hauls, but when that kind of faded away a little bit, well, I don't really know what's going on with it right now. So I'm just kind of going with the flow. We're just going to see how I live a little bit, I guess. I like to have videos out on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Before I was just doing videos on Thursdays. And then my channel got monetized. And the only way you can actually make any money is if, it all depends on your views and who's actually sweet enough to watch those daggum annoying commercials. I know y'all. And for those of y'all that tell me, I watch the commercials, MJ. Thank you. And again, whatever I make through the channel, which at the moment, because it's just getting started, I'm getting a check this month. It's little, y'all. It's real little. But I'm always going to use it. When I use it, it'll be for stuff to make another video. This next check is actually going to an Amazon haul because I'm going to go ahead and order my rug and a couple of little treats that I'll show you guys. I'm hoping that once I get this video done, because I've already recorded a video for Thursday. I was able to do that yesterday. That cooked up nice. I don't even think I'm going to have to drain it. But we'll do it anyway. But I've already got my video up for Thursday. This was just to fill in that Tuesday slot that I want a video in. And I talked about the stuff I want to do in my living room. No, we're not going to preheat the oven yet. So I want to go ahead and chop all this onion because, like I said, I'll use it. But I'm hoping that I can get a couple more videos done this weekend. It's still early Saturday, so I'm not sure what I'll do for Tuesday. I know that the Thursday video will be another Temu haul. But I'm hoping by that time, if I've got 2 of them set up already, 2 weeks worth of videos already set up and scheduled, I'm hoping that I can start painting some of this furniture in the living room that I want to change the color of. And yes, those will be videos too. I gotta make them where I can, y'all. And I just shot onion all over the place. See, if I edited, you wouldn't see all the mistakes. It would just look like a lovely little kitchen and somebody who was a pro at it. But it is a lovely little kitchen. I'm just not a pro. All right, we got that. So the hair color I got is called Cherry Red. But it's not like a stop sign red. It's not like this. It's not that kind of red. And I was thinking about doing the color oops on my hair and then doing it. So I'm still debating on that. Do I want to take all the color out that I already have in it? Or, I don't know why I did that, but whatever. Or do I just want to put it on top of what I've already got going on? Okay. What does it say for cornbread? 2/3 cup milk and 1 egg. So cornbread. One egg. Hope it's good. Have you ever done that? Have you ever cracked your egg just directly into your food and then it was a bad egg? I don't know why I don't do that. All right. Oh yeah, now is a good time to see what temperature the oven needs to be on, huh? Let's see, what does it say? 425, 18 to 22 minutes. So, bake. I got hiccups, y'all. 25. Yes, I'm one that keeps my oil in the pan. You could get way more than one use out of it. So, it stays in there until it's like, yep. Like right now, it probably needs to go. I just cleaned out my fridge. It was really bad. Y'all want to know what I did? So, after I had the horrible experience at Walmart, which it wasn't anything Walmart did, it was just, I had the little panic attack thing going on. So, after that, I'm sitting down for this week's, whenever you're going to see this. I'm getting ready to, okay, I'm not going back to Walmart. I'm just going to order my groceries. And it's almost $10. See what I mean? Bear with me. So anyway, it is $10 just to have it delivered to your house. Okay, once you get your cornbread mixed up, you're going to put a can. If you're making the big pan, like the, what is that, 9 by 18 or 8 by, I don't know. Y'all know the one I'm talking about. If you're making that size, you're going to use 2 packs of cornbread and 1 full can of the corn, the cream style corn. Oh, why'd I do that? There's trash right here. Okay. So since I'm trying to do it in half, I'm only going to use half of it. But you put your cream style corn in your cornbread mix. All right. And now my olives are drained. Put my eggs away. I'm going to spray my pan. It's a non-stick pan, but I still like to spray them. And I always use the butter flavor one. Not that it probably tastes like anything like butter, but... All right, guys, you ready? Excuse me. So, all right, can you see? Let's get this out of the way. Get a little spatula here. Okay, you're going to use half of your batter. Half of your cornbread mix, not a batter. This ain't a cake. We may do that next, though. Okay. I hope this turns out, y'all, because should I do a little more on the bottom? Let's do just a little more on the bottom. All right. Now, I'm going to take some of my hot sausage, sprinkle it around. Do y'all ever make this, and how do you make yours? Or do you have something kind of like this that you make? And you don't call it Mexican cornbread? Now I want to do more paper towel. So I've got some sausage. Now we're going to do some cheese. Anyway, I was saying something earlier. Oh yeah, the Walmart thing. So I'm going to do some cheese real quick. But it keeps popping up on my phone to do the Walmart membership for free delivery. And I got to figuring out how much I'm actually spending on it at $10 a week, $40 a month. Because that's what I do. We're going to do some peppers. And I ended up getting it for $98 for a year. So that seemed way more feasible than what I was spending on it. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. Now some onion. I like lots of onion. But like I said, you do whatever. Mix you up some cornbread and stuff it with whatever you want to stuff it with, right? Okay, and then my olives. See, I don't really know where I came across this recipe. It was years ago. So I'm not even sure they used black olives in there, but I like them. Okay, some more cheese. This is so good. Okay, then the rest of our sausage. I hope you can't hear my TV in the background. I didn't even think about that. I just have a few more peppers left, so it's probably enough. My olives. Gotta use the other hand now, since I've already had this one and so many other things. Some more onion. When my little girl was little, she couldn't say onion. She couldn't get the yin part out. So forever she called them onions. Okay, and then more cheese. Oh my goodness, it already looks so good. All right, get it all kind of pressed down. I still got to get some more cornbread mix on there. Okay, now the rest of your cornbread mix goes on top. I'm just hoping I could get it to cover the whole top. Is it going to work? Let's see. I don't know, y'all. It may not even work. That's okay, as long as nothing's raw, right? All right. Oven still isn't quite ready yet, so I'll clean up some of my mess here. And I don't know how long to say. I mean, I can't really say as long as it would take to cook cornbread. Just kind of keep an eye on it to make sure the top isn't burnt, because still have that one underneath that first layer of cornbread to cook. So I don't know how long to leave it in the oven. I'll just keep a check on it. So get this put away. I want to save the rest of my corn here. So I just put it in a dish. I like cream style corn, so I know I'll eat that later with something else. Okay, y'all. So I am going to get the kitchen cleaned back up and get this in the oven, and I will let you know. Oh, I was like, oh my gosh, is it not? Okay, I didn't hit the pause button. It's just there to pause. So I'm going to get the kitchen cleaned back up. I'm going to get this put in the oven, and as soon as it's done, I'll let you know about how long I baked it, and then we'll cut into it and see how it tastes. I'm glad. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, here's a moment of truth. I let it cook for 18 minutes. Ooh, looks pretty good. Can you guys see? Move it a little closer. It was really, really hot. But let's go ahead and try to cut into it. I know I should probably let it cool down. And all right. I just hope underneath is completely done, the cornbread. Because it was such a thin layer on top. But it did manage to go all the way to the edge. Oh, this stuff is so good, y'all. Let's see. Yeah, it looks done. It's going to be really crappy if I cut into it. Well, I pull it out. All right. Got the kitchen all cleaned up. So there it is, guys. Yummy, yummy Mexican cornbread. And it looks like the bottom is done too. So I'm going to let that cool off, and I'm going to enjoy. The girls are in there going crazy. Do your dogs know the beep of the microwave, the sound of the refrigerator door, and the oven going off? Do they all know that noise? They could be sound asleep and tucked away under blankets on the sofa. And as soon as they hear me open anything in the kitchen, I've got both little heads up on the sofa looking in here like, what's she going to get? Anyway, guys, that's that. I hope you had fun with me in the kitchen today. So there's going to be more of it. I got to figure out what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll try Shein one time. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate it. See you Thursday for a Temu haul. And until then, bye, guys.